She loved quietly, the kind of love that hides behind smiles and tired eyes. Her infant slept against her chest, unaware of the storm growing inside her heart. Everyone around her believed she was strong, fulfilled, complete. Then he came into her life. Gentle words, steady attention, promises that felt like warmth after a long cold. He said he loved her, but not the life she already had. He never raised his voice. He never had to. When he asked her to choose, no one heard the question. Not even the baby, breathing softly, trusting completely. She told herself love required courage. That real love demanded sacrifice. She repeated it until it sounded like truth instead of fear. He painted a future where it was just the two of them, peaceful and admired. No crying at night. No past to explain. Just fresh beginnings and gentle mornings. She looked at her infant and whispered apologies that sounded like lullabies, convincing herself the child would never remember. The decision did not come suddenly. It arrived slowly, disguised as responsibility. She said she wanted better for the baby, a life more stable than hers. She found a way to give the infant up quietly, wrapped in paperwork and calm voices. No one saw tears. No one suspected heartbreak. When it was done, she walked away empty-armed, telling herself love would fill the space. At first, the relationship bloomed. He held her hand proudly, introduced her as if she had always existed this way. She learned how to laugh without interruption. But at night, silence pressed against her chest. Her arms felt heavy, aching for a weight no longer there. She told herself it was normal. Healing, she believed, always hurt first. He began to change once there was nothing left to choose. His attention thinned, his patience shortened. The future he promised became vague. She noticed how easily he dismissed her feelings now that her sacrifice was complete. Love, she realized, had conditions she hadn't read clearly. Still she stayed. She had already given too much to leave. One evening, she overheard him laughing about freedom, about how uncomplicated his life had become. Her heart tightened, recognizing the truth too late. The infant she sacrificed for love was now the reason she felt hollow. Love had not replaced the loss. It had revealed it. That night, she cried for the first time without hiding. Memories returned without permission. The baby's scent, the tiny fingers, the quiet trust. They haunted her gently but relentlessly. She began questioning the story she told herself. Was it sacrifice, or abandonment disguised as devotion? The answer frightened her, but it also woke her. She confronted him, not with anger but clarity. She spoke of what she had given up, of the weight she carried alone. He listened briefly, then shrugged. He said she had made her own choice. In that moment, love collapsed and truth stood bare. She left without drama. No shouting. No scenes. Just a quiet exit that felt heavier than any argument. For the first time, she chose herself without bargaining. The relationship ended, but the loss remained. She understood now that love that asks for your child will eventually ask for your soul. Healing did not come easily. Guilt walked beside her daily. But so did resolve. She began searching, not for forgiveness from others but for herself. She honored the infant in private ways, refusing to forget. The sacrifice no longer felt noble. Felt like a lesson carved deep. Time softened the sharpest edges. She learned to breathe without pretending. To love without erasing herself. She spoke her story carefully, knowing others might be standing where she once stood. Her pain became wisdom, not spectacle. No one saw it coming, the cost, the loss, the awakening. They only saw a woman who loved and lost. She did not get the ending she imagined, but she gained truth. Love should never demand the innocent. And though her arms were empty, her heart finally understood what real love must protect.